Mazi, is the fact that it looks like Nigerians are helpless. And this is not to spite the Nigerian police force. It's not to cast aspersion on the Nigerian police force. They maintain that they are doing a good job. They maintain that they're doing a lot and what have you. But the point, if you sample the opinion of 10 Nigerians, 7 to 8 will tell you that when things like this happen, it is as though all hope is lost.
Yeah.
I mean, there are instances where some kidnapped persons are returned home, recovered, but it is after ransoms has been paid. I've looked at this issue. I don't know exactly how to think about it. It gives me different emotions, Mazi. What do you think?
Number one, this is really a very painful one. The family must be going through serious emotional stress because number one, you don't know if this lady will be released, the young doctor will be released after the ransom is paid. You never can tell because these criminals are very unpredictable. We've seen cases where the money was actually paid to them and they still didn't spare the life of that particular individual. What I want to say now is that I'm not going to blame police completely for their inability to really secure our lives and property, because it is that you give them to work with. Because it wasn't just about the brutality at the SARS or something. Again, what happens to you? You should be able to some barracks. It's an eyesore. So this is exactly what we are talking about, because if you are of them, they were motivated to give in their best. So I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying that would have been an opportunity for us to, as a nation, fix a whole lot of issues. The law, that guides the environment where you work. But you see, nobody wants to be a slave. We are speaking for our Navy, we are speaking for our Navy, we are speaking for our Air Force. Every Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, fire servicemen, they must be taken care of. DSS inclusive.
Yeah.
So it's not just about them. You can't speak against your principal. No. If you are not paying them, we are now the ones speaking for them. But I also expected them, even though that the whatever was going on, they shouldn't have been used to suppress and then the voice of those who are speaking for their well-being. I'm not a police officer. It's not even a job that, even if you pay me 2 million naira, I cannot be a police officer.
Why?
Let me explain. There was a night I went to, AP Plaza. There's a place where they sell suya or something behind there. So I left a particular hotel, Sheraton or so. That was around 11 or something, to buy suya there and then head home. When I came out from that AP Plaza, there's a road beside AP Plaza, heading home, I saw some policemen. That was around after 11 at night. How much will you pay me to go and stand in the middle of nowhere? That one is even a better place. You go to some lonely places, Games Village, as if you're heading to family house on the Rock Church. Some of those, you see policemen. I can't function. I can't do that kind of job.
I appreciate the honesty.
So anybody who can risk it's just like you telling me to come and fight fire. A building is on fire and you tell me to go there. No,
right.
I don't have that kind of system. So when you see men and women
who are doing that, they should be appreciated.
Look at each time that you have a fire incident in places like US. Do you know how many firefighters who die? This is a job that you're living. You don't know if you are coming back. Let me even tell you. Let me bring it closer. He's a cousin, almost my age. The last time I asked about him, they say he's late. He's a police guy. His father was a police officer. He retired and still the guy joined Stevie. So the last time I called him, they said they buried him this weekend. What happened? They posted him to Edo. They were called and he was on phone with one of my relations as well. He said, they just called us, so maybe we'll go. The Sam Roberts got prayed somewhere. That was the last we had of him. He is my own blood. He's gone. So now the wife is left with those kids. I'm not sure that they got much from Nigerian police. You are not going to blame them. How much is even their budget as well? How much is in that budget to take care of their health, take care of their... Look at, are you even happy when you're coming on Kubwa Road? You see policemen with rifles standing. Are you not supposed to have a vehicle to flagging anybody? You understand? The criminal can pick them up and still, do
Yeah.
something to them, take that arm. It's
Yeah.
not so. You are supposed to move from a decent place with a vehicle that will take you straight to your place where you're working. Then from there, you are now sent to wherever you're supposed to work. But you see them on the road standing. Some of them, they are using Okada and Keke to drive to work. Our policemen shouldn't be poor.
Right,
They
our
shouldn't be
policemen
poor
shouldn't be poor.
at all.
Good morning, my name is Dr. Nne. Doctors are already on strike. This is the 10th day. I think you guys might need to invite the president or call on the phone so that you're up to date about the true situation of things. Well, thank you, Dr. Nne.
Are they on strike because of this issue or about their own other
I was going to rectify. I was going to clarify. I was going to ask those questions. I also believe that there's what we call community reporting, and that's why we encourage eyewitness reports, situation updates, city updates. When things are happening in your sphere that you believe the public should be aware about, make use of
True.
these platforms
and say something.
Yes, it's not everything that everybody here can see or know every time. When we release, we say city updates, eyewitness reports, raise some of these things. We saw this report this morning, and immediately we said we needed to add our voice to this conversation.
It wasn't part of what we are supposed to
It wasn't.
today.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
In fact, I made it a point of priority to start with this particular topic because it is one that borders on life. But the action by the doctors to go on strike, do you think that will work?
I will support them on that move. And the reason why I said that is this. Most times, some of our leaders, I don't want to mention any men, I didn't mention president, I didn't mention governors or so, but some of our political leaders, they don't listen except you take like this kind of step. Because they know the moment you shut down clinics, people will,
begin to
and start talking. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I will support them. I think somewhere else, I don't know whether it's southeast or so. I think one other medical doctor is also in the den of the kidnappers. I don't know whether that one has been released or so. I was reading about that last week or so. But you see, we need to wake up and do the needful. Our leaders who, you know why I said, let me even say why I say I support the doctors. Whether it's the president, whether the minister of health, they are well protected.
Right.
You and I can't even go to the office and say we want to see them and assess them the way you can assess a minister or a governor in other places.
Right.
The last time myself and Sir Elefizi and Auntie Willie went to here just to see Ahmad chairman, it was as if it was what I saw there. Even if you asked me to go and see President Tinubu that on invitation or he was the one who invited me, I would think twice. Because if an area council chairman could be that protected, so what do you expect about the minister or the governor or the president or vice? So you see, because they are well secured and well protected, they don't care about the masses. Now see, let me tell you, if we have a population of 500 police officers, these 500 is expected to do what? Protect over 200 million people. But what do you have? 60-70% of that 500,000 is with VIP. So who now is going to protect you and I? Because they are safe, their children is safe. They don't send their own children where you and I will send our children. It's not the schools where their children attend. They still post some of those policemen to those schools because their child is there. So when the doctors go on strike, they will get the message and do the needful. If they have to pay that at 8 million to free that young doctor, let them go ahead and do that. Because you know how much it takes for you to train somebody in school to study medicine, and the child comes out, something happen. If they don't go on strike, the same thing that happened to Leah Shaibu will happen. Before you know it, we start counting months, years. So I support them, if they want to go on strike, get the message across and get this young lady released.
One thing I can assure you of is that we'll follow up on this particular report.
True.
Dr. Nne, we've heard your suggestion. We'll try to get the president of NMA. I think the last time there was a strike, we did try to get the NMA, but maybe due to the many meetings we're having with the government, they couldn't come in. But would follow up on this particular issue. lend our voice to the abduction of the doctor.
Before we leave this topic for another one, Gabriel.
Yeah.
I have suggested, and I think Mike when we blow has also said that, you see, if these governors, presidents, ministers, local government chairmen, if all these men, they don't use the public schools, they don't patronize our hospitals that we have here, this kind of thing will continue. So because these VIPs, the so-called political leaders, how many of them will treat malaria in any Nigerian hospital? You want to tell me that the doctors in Gariki Hospital, the girl works with Gariki, right?
Yeah.
That is the hospital that I use. How many of them will you? I've not gone there and seen a VIP guy, unless maybe they come at night. You won't patronize your hospitals. You won't patronize our schools. All your children are abroad.
In the constitution that we're looking to.
Why I'm saying that, Gabriel, is that part of the reasons why the doctors, they've been on strike. It's not about the lady that was just kidnapped. Their welfare. Some of them, their COVID allowance also have not been paid. You remember when we had COVID?
Yeah.
How much do you pay a doctor? Some hospitals here, I don't want to mention the name of the hospital, but they have what they call contract staffs. We are, let's just say, Nigerian Info Hospital Clinic.
Yeah.
I work as a staff under the whatever.
Yeah.
Direct employed by management. Now you come. You are a medical doctor too. But as per contract, the company recruited you. Now I'm earning, let's say, 400,000. I'm not saying that is their salary. I'm just giving an instance.
Yeah.
You, because a company, more like a contract this thing.
Yeah.
Then they are paying you a medical doctor 150,000. It's happening in this Abuja.
150,000.
It's happening in this Abuja. A medical doctor.
After 9 years.
A medical doctor. Because
sad.
if you are to be a governor, you won't go and surrender your life or your children's life or your wife's life to the hand of a doctor that you know is being grossly underpaid.
Yeah.
You know he's not going to give him his best.
Yeah.
But if I know that, let's just say they used to pay that 200,000, and then I come in and say, no, any doctor who is on that contract or whatever, I'm cancelling it. You are getting your direct now from 200, you're earning 500k, and I come there as a governor. Won't you do the best to make sure I get the best service?
Indeed.
So that's why
Indeed.
would doctors be going on strike in Nigeria? The same thing with teachers.
Indeed. It's been a consistent challenge for us here in Nigeria, where essential, critical service providers are not properly taken care of. And I say this over and over again, and I'll keep on saying it. A country that doesn't treat its doctors right, that doesn't treat its teachers well, that does not take care of its security personnel, such a country will continue to struggle. And it's not curse. It's just what the issue is. On this matter, of course, we need to go on a commercial break really quick. This is us adding our voice to the enemy, with that of the enemy, to urge the Nigerian police force and other security agencies, please help us get our beloved doctor back as soon as possible. Again, the issue about ransom is one that is highly contestable. Whether ransom should be paid or not, the government, no government all over the world likes to admit that it pays ransom. But at some point, when the system is not working, what then do you do? So that's not the conversation for now. What we are urging, we are begging, we are pleading alongside the enemy, because now, I mean, thank God she's working with a known association. I'm thinking, what about those that do not have an association to work for, to speak for them? Again, we're calling on the relevant authorities, our governors, our ministers, help us with security in this country. I don't know when they'll begin to look at this issue as one not to politicize with. We need to go on a commercial now. Or we'll come back, we'll look at other critical matters happening right here in the FCT.
Audio.
Everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. 95.1 Nigeria Info, and we are back to the town hall meeting. Where we look at critical matters every Monday as they happen right here in the Federal Capital Territory. This is what's happening in Abuja. That's the name of the show, in case you're wondering. And I have a distinguished honorable in the studio with me, Mazi, Destiny Anthony. We're looking at critical matters together. Spoke about the downing of tools by the Nigerian Medical Association FCT chapter due to the abduction of one of the members of the association, a doctor who works at the Gariki Hospital, being abducted some good number of days ago. Now that's a number of days that anyone wouldn't want to be anywhere else but with loved ones and family. Worst case, to be in the custody of kidnappers and abductors. It's a sad incident, and just like I said before we went on the commercial break, we add our voice to plead with the security operatives, the Nigerian Police Force, the IG of Police, the Commissioner of Police, FCT, even the Minister of the FCT, to help secure the swift release of Dr. Chinonye Nwachukwu. Please, we're begging. And not just this one doctor, but to ensure that security is beefed up. We are getting into the thick of the festival for the end of the year, where people get agitated. They want to make money by all means. Build houses they've not worked hard to get the money to build in the village. They want to go and press people's necks. If you want to go and press somebody's neck in your village, maybe you work hard during the year and not begin to abduct somebody and demand 38 million naira as ransom. So we are pleading. Well, it looks like the pleading may not be ending anytime soon, because this one, clearly, some property owners in some part of the nation's capital just might be on their knees right now, pleading also for mercy, because there's been an extension over 30 days initial warning period. Another 14 days have been added to some property owners who violated land use and development regulation in Abuja upscale district, Asokoro, Maitama, Gariki, and Wuse, where the minister has granted 14-day grace period to these property owners to regularize their titles and pay a 5 million naira violation fee. Now, I do not know if that it is a slap on the wrist or that's a huge amount to pay as fine. But according to the report, a statement issued by the minister's senior special assistant on public communications and social media, Lere Olayinka, he said the new deadline on behalf of his principal said the new deadline takes effect from Tuesday, that's tomorrow, November 11, up until November 25. That'll make it 14 days, 2 weeks. He warned that defaulters who fail to comply with the stipulated period would face enforcement actions by the FCT administration. Now, in case you do not know what those enforcement actions are, I will tell you, all right, because we are here to inform. The enforcement actions may be either of seizure, sealing, I beg your pardon, not seizure, sealing or demolition of that particular property. Either sealing, which I would like to think is also seizure now, or demolition of that particular property. Now, the extension follows the expiration of an earlier 30-day window granted to affected allottees after public notices were issued between September 8 and 10, 2025. So, in case you are wondering, you are in Karu or you are in Kupa, and you are thinking, no, let me tell you, the streets are affected. All right? Affected areas include Ghana and Usuma Street in Maitama, Yakubu Gowon Crescent in Asokoro, Aminu Kano and Adetukumbo Ademola Crescent in Wusetu, Ladoke Akintola Boulevard in and also Gimbia Street and Onitsha Street in Gariki 2, Ogbomosho Street, Lafia Close, Yola Street, Abriba Close, Dambata Street, Rigim Close, and Ilorin Street in Gariki 1 district. There's some other areas, so I'll look for them. According to the statement, Wiki approved the issuance of fresh title documents, including statutory right of occupancy and certificates of occupancy, with a renewed 99-year term for property owners who meet all requirements. However, the concession excludes title already revoked for non-development, non-payment, or ground rent or other infractions. Findings from reporters indicate that stricter land administration enforcement under Wiki has pushed annual revenue from land-related charges in the FCT beyond 1 trillion naira, the highest in the territory's history.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, Mazi. I know of a particular company. They've owned a land for over 30 years, did not develop that land. The moment Wiki came on board, they sold it. They sold it.
They don't want story.
They don't want story. They sold the land sharp. You know. But really, when you think of it, why would you have a land for 30 years and not develop?
And I think that's
land banking.
Some people are greedy. Do you know that you can actually, if you have such property, if you are not even smart, if it's in a very good environment, you can actually get a private developer, reach out an agreement with them. If it's plaza they built in that place, let's just say you have like 100 shops, a building of like 100 shops, you as the landowner can get like 40 of those shops. They will say like 60 to recoup.
We have a contract of over 10 years or something.
That's what most people are doing now. It mustn't be you sourcing for fun. A lot of guys, investors, they have the cash ready, just waiting for opportunity. I know one estate in town, somewhere around there will say also. That's what they are doing. None of the land. It's been there since I came to Abuja. But I think somebody had told him that with the way that Chief Wike is now, he don't do something.
I'm telling you.
To your land. So they've gotten a place. They are building very beautiful structures in that place, which of course they will sell and make money. So you don't get those land and you keep them, and it's not even good for the city, because it doesn't make sense that you get to some very busy areas, you see a particular property fenced, there's nothing there. That's where some criminals
there's this
hide.
Building. I think it's a 4-story. My church is somewhere around Utako, one of the gardens around Utako. That's where my church is located. It's just very close to this Chida Hotel. Just very close.
Okay, yeah.
There's this. If you're coming from Arab Contractor, you're heading towards Mabushi Express. That road is being fixed. You turn to your left, like you're heading towards that market side. I can't remember these names now. Please excuse me. There's this 4-story building. That building has been there for over 10 years.
Finished and
No, uncompleted.
uncompleted. Okay.
You know, and such things are actually not good for development.
That's where most of those criminals
Exactly. I agree with you. There's one close by to us here. Anyways, in case you are in doubt of what the violations are, let me share this with you before you go off running about the wrong information. So the core violation being targeted is the unilateral conversion of designated land use without formal approval from the FCT administration. The most common examples of these illegal conversion include residential buildings or buildings meant for residential purpose to commercial / mixed use.
Yeah.
All right, properties originally allocated strictly for residential purpose have been converted into hotels and guest house, business centers, office complexes, shops or retail outlets, schools, or even event centers.
Yeah.
Other commercial to other uses like which is less common but also illegal, converting land meant for specific commercial purpose to a different unapproved use.
Yeah.
So this violation is breaching the terms and conditions of the grant of the right of occupancy, R of O, which legally binds the title holder to use the land only for the designated purpose stated in the original document. So this is some of the things that the minister is trying to work on. What do you think about this, Mazi?
Well, we've dealt with this issue before with Sir Elefizi. I think number one is one way to generate revenue, which we've seen from the report.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of money there.
Over $1 trillion, that's a lot of money. Well, and what do you expect? Is building a lot of roads and doing a lot, they need money. So I don't have a problem with that. But I think that the thing has also affected the cost of, rent in the town as well. It's not just in Asokoro, Maitama, and Wuseo. You go to Gwarimpa.
I know.
Most of those houses. Go to Kubwa. Arab Road. Most houses that we are residential are now commercial centers, plazas, and so on. But you see, this idea of penalizing people, and I'm not hearing about penalty being given to people who work in the FCT or something.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
There is no way I will wake up. Let's just say this Nigeria Info building now.
Yeah.
Approved for residential.
Yeah.
And I will start, changing some stuff, putting one pillar here, and everybody knows that I've sent all the tenants out, and that is what is going on there is like conversion from something to something. Normally they will come and mark something.
Yeah.
That marking whatever, stop work or something, means that we are aware that you're changing this building from what it was originally
intended for
to another thing. Suddenly, you are now about to continue. You want to tell me somebody didn't collect money from somebody? Please, Chief Mike, I support the idea of people paying penalty because truly it's violation.
They violated the law.
That is true.
Yeah.
Nobody should say bring politics into this one. However, those corrupt officials who still, you see this thing, you ask them to stop work, and then the agency will now come back again.
Yeah.
And not telling me to pay fine for violation.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Indeed.
We want to see these people also punished because they are the one who because if you, let's say that they approve the particular land for you for residential, build 5-bedroom, and then I will now come and say, I get 200 million. Why no they use? May we build plaza here and rent shop, and you buy into the idea. You started, somebody came, collected 2 million from you and say, go ahead.
Yeah.
When you now finish, the agency, the same, it will now come back again.
Yeah.
And whoever collected 2 million from you to allow us to continue to build plaza while we are supposed to build a 5-bedroom bungalow, that person too should be punished.
Indeed. Indeed. So the call here is that there's an internal scrutiny being done in different relevant authorities, agencies, as concerned in these matters. People don't move on their own. I say it, when people buy lands, even if they buy the lands from a traditional ruler under a power line, somebody sold the land to somebody.
Sold the land to them,
and the traditional rulers are part of the government, and that is why there's always synergy between the government of the day and monarchs or monarchy in that particular environment. So it's part of government. It's another form of government, and that's why everything starts and stops at the table of whoever is in charge there. So this one is a call to also look into activities being done, because we cannot deny activities are done. No individual, even though some Nigerians can be very, very audacious, but no individual just goes and does anything all by himself. I was at, we're talking about someone. I said I was at his place on Friday. So there's the gate that faces the main road. They're not allowed to open the gate because it faces the main road. So if you want to access that particular place, you have to go all the way from that NEPA junction, I think it is called, to that Cedar Crest Hospital, coming from the back. But they open the gate. He said they keep people, the FCT keep people across the road to monitor if the gate.
Once they open, they will come.
In my mind, so somebody sits there and just watches the gate from morning to night. It shows that when they want to do monitoring, they know how to go about the monitoring.
Let me say this. This Abuja Environmental Protection Board or something.
Talk to me, please, sir.
You move around, the town is dirty. But just go to any busy place, you still see people hawking and selling food by the roadside. Somebody will carry that helos, come down from that. Marked is marked, the AE Abuja is marked on those buses. They will even wear their t-shirt. You meet those women who are food vendors who are selling by the road. You come down, collect money from them, and go. It's either you stop them. If it's illegal, if our law says in FCT, nobody should sell food by roadside. Because truly, if you look at where they will position their table and their coolers and so on, and where people will see, they actually walk away. Right? So if you are trekking, you have no choice than to use the main road. Where the vehicle are supposed to, drive on. But somebody comes down, collects 500, 1,000, 1,500 from you, and they allow you to go. Please, we need to stop. See, because this thing is everywhere.
Indeed.
There is no way you will start building in FCT that somebody will not come. Indeed. But somehow you are allowed to continue, even when what you are doing is illegal. If you don't penalize them, this thing will continue.
Indeed. So, what to do if this concerns you, affect you? The defaulters must visit the FCT Department of Land Administration (DLA) or the Abuja Geographic Information System (AGIS) office. You are required to come with. Now, this is just from my own research. When you go to this office, I'm sure if there's any addition or whatever it is to the requirements, they will let you know there. But for the sake of information, all right, so just take this as statutory information that you can work with. You are required to come with your original title document, right of occupancy or certificate of occupancy, and a valid means of identification. The DLA would process the request and issue a letter of conveyance of approval for the land use change or conversion. This letter would detail the new approved land use and the total applicable fees to be paid. All right, the total payment includes two main components: violation fee, which is the 5 million naira, a mandatory penalty of 5 million naira, conversion fee / levy, other applicable charges and fees for the land use change conversion itself. We are seeing that there could be a 7.5% fee on the assessed capital value of the property for the conversion. All payment must be made to the Federal Capital Territory Administration through the TSA, typically via the remitter platform for the Abuja Geographic Information Systems. Once all fees have been paid and compliance is confirmed, the minister approved the issuance of new title documents, that is the statutory right of occupancy and C of O, The new CFO will reflect the updated land use and be granted for a fresh term of 99 years. The final deadline for compliance and payment is Tuesday, November 25, 2025. I want to, you know why I'm taking my time, Mazi? So that when demolition starts, you know, sometimes we get too emotional.
And then we sit back. And
So when the demolition starts, it should not be that we didn't do.
is collecting our land or something.
Exactly. At that times that some of them have been arbitrary, maybe. But this one, at least this one, that is why I'm taking my time to spell it out.
I think that they should find a way to go, you know, and pay. In fact, you know the problem with Nigeria, just like some people will relax. When that day comes, if they start taking action, that's when you start crying. He's taking our property. They've given you time. Go and even start the process. Because
Right.
I believe that they are going to be merciful to those who you've started whatever. Okay, they said 5 million. You can go make your first payment of 2 or 3 million. While you start you understand what I'm saying? Okay,
Right.
before you are done, I will raise them. It's a different thing than you sit back and you're challenging them. For me, if a particular land they've given you is for residential and you're converting, you know you violated, you should have gone to them, follow due process and get the right approval for you to now convert. But you see here, once you have small money, you think you can do anything. Then if government comes, we start crying. It's just like what happened in Lagos, where some people were trying to bring a tribal this thing inside it. Another guy who happens to even be an Igbo man like me used drone and went to some. I'm not saying all the land, so used drone, went to that places. From the drone, the pictures I saw, you know that people built on canal.
Oh, this was Ikota.
People built on. You will see the original where the canal was coming from. They brought a picture. I think it was Google Map or something.
Yeah, Google Earth.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then later after the building, you will see
saw
that
the
the
pictures
canal
too.
shrank.
Yeah, became narrow.
Because you've built on both sides.
It is the audacity, Mazi, to Sanfili Canal and build on it.
So where would the water go?
It's the audacity for me.
Where would the water go?
It's sad, but you know that issue too is one that is symbolic of the failure of many states to become vibrant. I believe that if many states are vibrant, are doing well, people will not rush to Lagos. What's happening?
You know, when I visited Calabar, I went to Tinapa. Gabriel, I wept. That port, beautiful structure. I think it was built by Donadu. Wasted. Why would I, as an importer? I have a younger brother. He imports electrical from China. Why will his goods be coming in through Lagos when Calabar is close to Aba? That property is there, wasting. I've been to Port Harcourt Wharf. I've forgotten the name. You see, whatever they call it. Why will I, as an importer in Aba, be bringing things from Lagos when the one in Port Harcourt is there? We are a nation that we've refused to use. I don't know. We have brain. We've refused to use it.
You're not even talking about the dry land ports in Kaduna. You know, Mazi, let's not even go into customs. I have serious. If it comes to customs, I've had serious experience with customs myself personally on several issues. It's one that we don't even want to get into right now.
The system is not designed to make any business prosper. It's painful when they go and say we are looking for investors. Nigerian environment kills business. It kills ideas. People, you have beautiful dream. You come into a nation, you are frustrated.
It's sad. It's sad. Last story here, and then we'll call it a wrap. So there are reports of a fall in price, or should I say a slash in price of some basic staples, food items. Slight one, by the way. But people are complaining that the impact of they're not feeling the impact of this reduction in price, as it were. According to reporters across major markets in Abuja, including Lugbe, Nyanya, Orange Market in Ado, reviewed that most residents are still struggling to buy basic food items. At the Orange Market, traders confirmed that the price of some staples like tomatoes and peppers have dropped. Others, such as onions and small dry, what's it called now? Red pepper.
Red pepper.
Experienced slight increase. A dustbin basket of tomatoes now sells between 5,000 and 6,500 compared to 7,500 in September. Pepper prices have also significantly fallen from 3,000 to 1,500 per dustbin basket. Onions have slightly gone up, selling for 4,500 from previous 3,500. In Lugbe markets, we're looking at a reflected mixed price range here. A dozen basket of tomatoes cost about 9,000 naira, while onion sells for 6,500. A plate of pepper now goes for 2,000 naira, and a model of beans averages 1,800, down from 2,500 earlier in the year. The price for big bull rice dropped from 95,000 to 55,000 per 50 kg, while optimum dry rice decreased from 65 to 56,000 naira. So we're looking at some significant reduction in prices here and there, but ultimately, residents are saying that we still do not have money to buy this food, even after as the prices are reduced. Declining inflation offers little comfort, but arguing that incomes have not increased.
You see, if you like, drop the price from rice to 40,000 naira.
Yeah,
is useless. The problem now is that people don't have the purchasing power anymore. People do not have minimum wage is 70, right? That is not enough for me to, fuel my car in a week. Yesterday, I got into the kitchen. My wife was complaining that I used to buy this red oil. I love to buy stuff in bulk, like the red oil 25 liter, that jerry can. I forgot what they call that oil. But it got finished, and I asked. She said no, that all these ones that she's buying, they are buying a lot of the ones they've mixed stuff. And me, I had to consider the health this thing. So I now walked to the man who supplies to me. How much? He said 68. I said, okay, I'll find a way to, send money to you across this week to get it. Why? For like 2 months plus, I've not been able to replace that. But even rice in my house, the minimum you will see is at least 3 bags of rice. So that when they open the last one, I will now, I've been able to gather money to get additional to add. But now, the rice in my house now is like, once it's finished, it remains like 2 months. I'm telling you. You understand?
I'm telling you.
Because you don't have that money. Gabriel, if they give you 1 million naira now, it's almost useless. So the price has dropped to, the big bull is around. I spoke with somebody in Ultramadan market. He said it went to 55. The lady told me it went to 55. Now it has gone back to 57 or so, just 2K difference.
For 50 kg?
Yeah, the 50 kg. No problem. But the truth of the matter is that where is the money? You move into shops, you see warehouses filled with goods. People don't have that money. People who used to buy rice in bags, now they are buying mood. Government needs to do something. And by next year, it's going to be worse. With this, the attack stuff that they are bringing. We keep talking about inflation. People who are leading us sit down and pretend like everything is okay because you are using government money to fuel the generator in your house. You are using government money to fuel the car that takes you around. The security you are enjoying is free. You are not the one paying for the NEPA bill or whatever you call it. You are going to leave that same office one day and then join us.
Yeah.
And then you will now start crying. Things are hard. Inflation is hard. There is poverty in the land. So let people in government stop pretending like everything is okay. Don't wait until people get mad and hit the streets, start destroying things. And a hungry man is an angry man. People are poor, Gabriel.
Yeah.
People
Mazi,
are poor.
Let's go for a commercial. We'll open the phone and then we'll come back from the break.
Choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice, Nivea